Good morning, or good afternoon, whatever the case may be. How you folks doing today? I'm gonna eat some breakfast real quick, but I'll start playing. That's not good. I'm trying to eat breakfast. Stalls. Then he gets shot by his wife, girlfriend, whatever. The wife. He gets beaten up by a donkey and then shot by his wife. That's not good. Just another example of why guns are not safe to have in the home. Hey Chin, how you doing today? Yeah, Antique Raven, that's exactly how I felt about the ship runs. Like, they're neat, but it just did not do it for me. Well, you can always watch while you play RimWorld. Sorry, I'm finishing my breakfast. My microphone's muted. Well, not right now, because I'm telling you my microphone's muted, but... No, I'm done with breakfast, so... Just waiting for the labor pool to grow up? Yeah, basically. We're in a hurry up and wait mode. What's for breakfast today? I'm boring. I eat the exact same breakfast every day. Oatmeal, peanut butter, and a little bit of maple syrup or honey, depending on how I feel that day. I've been putting cinnamon in it lately. Excuse me. Spice it up a little bit. The oatmeal I used to buy doubled in price. It went from $8 for 4 pounds to $16 for 4 pounds. I need to find a new place to buy oatmeal. Bunch of bullshit. Yeah, on YouTube, even if you have one monitor, on YouTube you can do picture-in-picture, right? I've been doing that a lot lately. You can do like a pop-out. But hey, if you'd rather focus your attention on the stream and watch instead of play, that's totally okay with me. Would that overlay my game? Yeah. Yeah, you can have like a little tiny window in the corner. Yeah, the YouTube pop-out, there's like a little, when you hover your cursor over the YouTube stream, I'm assuming it's the same for streams as it is for YouTube videos. I'm also assuming that's a default feature and not like a premium feature. But I do the little pop-out and then I put it in the top right corner of my main monitor. I find it's a little easier to pay attention to as opposed to having it on my second monitor. You won't really be able to talk in chat, but... yeah, it's alright. And again, I do appreciate having people to talk to. I feel like the commentary is always a little better. But I won't be selfish. Feel free to play your game while you watch. Sparrow 1 has returned to the wild. What kind of server do you run? I wash my hands every single time I get up from the computer, basically, or like when I go to the bathroom or like go through the kitchen. I wash my hands at every opportunity I have. And I find myself still having to clean my mouse all the time. You guys have this problem? I have a little towel sitting on my desk that I use for cleaning my mouse. I feel like... sorry, zooming in and out while I clean my mouse. I feel like at least once a day I have to clean my mouse. Why is that? Like I said, I wash my hands many times a day. Every time I use the bathroom, every time I go through the kitchen. I share the kitchen with other people. So, and to avoid getting sick, I always vigorously wash my hands, sometimes twice when I'm going through the shared space. Sometimes I just wash my hands and I feel like they're getting a little oily. And still, my mouse is like builds up stuff. I don't know what the fuck it is. David, yes, Rue is pregnant, almost giving birth again. Which is weird because you're not supposed to really be able to give birth when you're lactating, but here she is. How are you today, David? That's my that would be what I assume, that it's just skin, but doesn't that get exfoliated off when I wash my hands? Maybe I need to get like a loofah or something that I like scrub my hands with once a day. Today I need to fix my backup computer. I need to figure out why it's not connecting to the network. I'm gonna try to troubleshoot it live on stream so that you guys can help me. So the computer I'm trying to connect is Windows 10, but I'm trying to access it on Windows 11. That should not matter at all, right? I tried doing that in reverse, where I set up a shared drive. Well, no, I guess I just never mind. I set up a shared folder, not a shared drive. I'll try doing that. Set up a shared drive on my other machine. Well, I have two computers, Sarah. One is running Windows 10 and one is running Windows 11. And the Windows 10 computer I'm trying to use as a backup. Like to back up my videos. And I want to be able to just access it through the network so I can just directly send the files over without having to take extra steps. Yeah, like an NAS, exactly. That's exactly how I'm trying to use it. But for some reason I can't get the Windows 10 computer to show up on my network. I can see my Windows 11 computer on, like if I access my second computer, right, the one I'm trying to use for storage, I can see my main computer on the network. Hold on one second. I'm booting up the other computer. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I think. Hey, Ernor, how you doing today? Okay, I think I figured it out actually. So I think I was able to connect now. But I had to type in the, oh, what do you call it? The address? The, like, Explorer address? Directly? Is there a way I can just, like, add a shortcut to my desktop? If I create a new shortcut with that address, will that work? Oh, yeah, that seemed to work. Cool. You can map the share to a drive letter? I made a shortcut and I put the address in for that. Are you talking about something else? It remounts automatically after reboot? I don't know what you mean by that. Alright, well this should work for now. And I can at least just copy and paste all the stuff. It'll take a while, but I'll do that later. Alright, anyway. Aranor, how you doing today? I think today I'm going to get my webcam set up again. Not for this stream, but for tomorrow's stream going forward. 76%? That's very specific. Winter's got me down, so I'd say I'm probably closer to a 45%. Oh, I got you, Aces. Yeah, I guess I could use an app. But I wasn't planning on using an app. I was planning on just copying the files over. But I suppose using an app to regularly back it up without me having to do something, it makes more sense, doesn't it? Kind of tempted to play the Scarlands playthrough. It might be a bit of a spoiler for people who are following on YouTube, though. But I feel like most people that watch on YouTube are not watching the stream, so... Depends if the app wants money. Yeah, there's no way I'm paying for it, that's for sure. Clicking is free. Well, I guess not technically, but it's a lot cheaper. Oh, woodworking, that's cool. What are you working on? Why do solar flares occur so often in RimWorld? Like, how often do you have your power knocked out at your home from a solar flare? Just hypothetically speaking. Aces, do you have a suggestion on what I should use that's free and open source? Oops, I was muted. I wonder if I can work on editing while I play this. Try to be double productive. Here, I'll mute my editing software so you don't have to listen to it. There's no way this will backfire. Got like another 2.5 hours of gameplay to edit down. Well, my goal... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Sorry, my goal is to back up my... I have a folder that I keep all of my video editing stuff in. And my plan was to just copy it every once in a while. Like, I don't know. Once every few days or something. But then I wonder if I should just work directly off of that drive. But then I think, well, what would I back up to then? Because I saw examples of people using an NES as their, like, primary storage for video editing. Sync thing? I'll pull it up in a tab and look at it later. But if I use my other computer as a like primary drive for storing my videos, then I wonder, well, where would I back up to? And that doesn't really solve the problem. Right, well that's the thing. It's not an SSD, so I figured it'd be slower. Yeah. If you have like a dedicated NES, you can put an SSD in it though, right? Like there's docks for standard hard drives, but you can also put an SSD in it, right? You're limited by network throughput? Yeah, but how limiting could that possibly be? Is that actually going to cause an issue? I suppose it's not a huge deal if I keep my current series on my primary PC and then just back up everything to... The thing is, I don't want to use my primary PC as storage. Like, I don't want all that space taken up. But I was thinking it seems reasonable... Hey, Shoei Sans. I was thinking it seems reasonable to have an NAS, like a dedicated NAS, that has a standard hard drive, like a disk hard drive for backup, and an SSD for actual usage. I was watching your Scarlands Reconquest while playing Room. Oh, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still working hard on getting the next episode up. I was trying to do 2 a week, but I'm back to like 1 a week. So Friday when the next episode gets up. No storage drive on main computer? No, I currently have a 2 terabyte NVMe drive and a 500 gig SSD. There's no like dedicated like disk hard drive in my main PC. The kid has to stay at home. Stahl can go out. Even with all of the videos I've already made that are still on my hard drive, I still have half of the main drive free. So realistically, it's not taking up a ton of space quite yet, but eventually it'll get to that point. Yeah, no worries, Aces. Thanks, buddy. Dell still doesn't still make PCs, do they? What's the dude from the commercial doing these days? He was like a B-list celebrity actor for a while, wasn't he? Am I thinking of the right guy? Maybe I'm not thinking of the right guy. Maybe I'm thinking of the one from the Mac commercial. Dell owns Alienware, so they still make PCs. I forgot Alienware was still a thing, to be honest with you. I didn't know that was still a thing. This prairie dog wondering what the fuck is going on here. Just hearing weird noises coming from the bed. And there's a baby. The fuck they doing over there? Sorry for my language. That was the prairie dog swearing. It's not my fault. Prairie dog's got a dirty mouth. Oh, God. They just got done, you-know-whating, and she went into labor. Jesus Christ. That's disturbing. I guess that's one way to induce labor. Is that on the recommended list of ways to induce labor? Need a doctor? Oh, God. Is there a doctor in the house? Rue's giving birth to a healthy baby named Merlin. Merlin! Rue has 3 kids to take care of, and she still is the only one who cleans. Actually, Luke will clean. Luke, clean up your mother's... Never mind. That's gross. We need another crib. Never planned for the eventual 2 babies. I had 2 cribs when we had 2 babies, but I never planned for another 2 babies. Who's gonna chop trees down now? Alright, well. Are you bringing a whole workforce, or can other pawns marry into the family when the kids are grown? So the rules of the run are, we start with 2 pawns, and initially we can only recruit via childbirth. The only exception to that rule is that once one of the children is old enough to marry, so 16 plus, we can then recruit someone of the opposite gender who's within their age range, who could potentially match up with them and partner with them. If they don't form a relationship within, say, 3-4 quadrums, they have to go. They get banished. I remember you do have a series about this challenge. Same concepts, in essence, as the YouTube series. Different ending. So, no spoilers, but the YouTube series, currently on episode 14, and I haven't uploaded the next episode in several months. There are more episodes to go. In that run I was going for a royalty ending. I won't say whether or not I got there in the end. Although I will say the gameplay is all finished and recorded, I just gotta edit it. The key difference between that run and this run is that instead of going for a royalty ending, this one's gonna be an Arco Nexus ending. With the added rule that we can only bring 5 colonists from the next generation of children. So Stahl and Rue were our starting characters. They're ineligible to go. Luke, Yevon, Stalzer, or well, his name is Merlin. Merlin! Luke, Yevon, and Merlin would technically all be eligible. Ideally, one of the children will get married to have their own children, and we'll send that branch of the family off to the next colony. With Arco Nexus, you have to get 350,000 colony wealth, and then sell your colony 3 times. And for each time, you get to select 5 pawns to move to the next colony. Yeah, and otherwise, I think a lot of people ran into that same... I'm not going to call it an issue, but that same result. Where they absolutely jacked up their... Not jacked up in a bad way, but like... They absolutely buffed their 5 characters they brought with them. And they ended up with like 2/3 of the wealth they needed to move on. So yeah, anyway, you imagine that Luke has ends up with a wife and 3 kids. Those 5 people will go to the next colony and start their own branch of the family. Stahl and Rue will be ineligible to go. So anyone from the 2nd generation will be able to go to the 2nd colony. And from there, the same rules apply. That 1st generation of people who go will be ineligible. With the exception being someone like Luke's children would still be eligible, right? Because it's each generation. Rue being the 1st, these guys and onward being the 2nd, their children being the 3rd. So their children would be eligible to move on. But Luke, Yevon, Merlin, and so forth, anyone who's born on this tile would not be able to leave the 2nd tile. There is a bit of an exception to that because the characters in the 2nd and 3rd iteration of the colonies that are left behind still exist. So Stahl and Rue will be left behind, but they'll still exist in this world. They could potentially show up in the next, the next couple colonies, and you can recruit them. I hope that very long-winded explanation makes sense, Sir Matchsticks. So, kind of yes to both of your questions. Are you bringing a whole workforce? Yes. Can other pawns marry into the family? Yes. Both of those are true. With a little bit of restriction to it. You're not one of those people that likes Voss, are you? That's messed up, man. No, that's messed up. Dude is a psychopath. Voss is a character from the Scarlands playthrough on YouTube. Well, I set him up to be redeemed, but he's only dug himself a deeper hole. Oh, the baby got left in the doorway. But Voss is an Edakeen who loves animals and hates people. He's a psychopath. There was an opportunity for sort of a humanizing moment with him, but well, I won't say any more, and I don't want to spoil it for people. You were really considering buying RimWorld and you saw the family challenge? Really? So you bought it? Wait, you bought it Kappa? So you didn't buy it? That is a lot of pigskin. We could make 20 footballs with all that. What are we researching next? Armor? Let's get armor. You know who I think is kind of the underdog in the Scarlands story? Watson. That poor dude. How do you feel? How do you feel for him? This run seems to be doing well. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, I'm hoping to have the next episode up on Friday. I was trying to do a Monday-Friday release schedule, but... Oh, you guys ever gotten addicted to PoE 2 before? Oof, it's rough. A couple months back, I got super addicted to Europa Universalis 5, and that was a mess. Stopped uploading videos. Stopped working on anything else. Just played nothing but that game. I think I put it like in... how many hours did I end up with that game? I had to uninstall it, frankly. I put 450 hours in it in like 2 months. Which you're talking like, that's like almost 50 hours a week. That's a crazy amount of gameplay. I had to uninstall it though, it was unhealthy. Unfortunately, now I've been bitten by the PoE 2 bug. It's not enough to stop me from making videos, at least. I usually, like, do 30 minutes of work, and then I do a map, and then I do 30 minutes of work, and then I do a map. Which at the moment is enough to release one video a week. Speaking of, I think I'll probably do, like... maybe 8 episodes. Depends on how much longer this run takes me. I think we're on episode 4. Episode 5 will probably be close to a little over halfway, maybe. I think I could probably do it in 8 episodes. I have no idea how it'll end. Maybe they all die and it ends on episode 6. I don't know. But I need to start figuring out what the next playthrough is going to be. The iceberg playthrough was incredibly popular. The island playthrough, incredibly popular. People really like those. They were very popular. The Scarlands one, not quite as popular. I think it just doesn't have that sort of unique challenge edge to it. So I'm trying to think, what will the next playthrough be? I like the Skylands. Me too. I think it's a fun story. I think it's a fun playthrough gameplay-wise. But it doesn't have the as broad of an appeal as the other ones do. Admittedly, the family run is unique. The iceberg run is unique. The island run, very unique. Skylands, not that unique. It's not quite as unique. And I think that's why it's not quite as appealing. I have to find the happy balance between those two things. So I'm trying to come up with the next idea. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe like a satellite playthrough? Or try to build a satellite? Or an orbital station? Orbital station could be fun. Unfortunately, playing in space permanently, like actually building a base in space, is super janky. Then again, I suppose so is building on an island. Yeah, the problem is raiding in this game is kind of boring. If the settlements you came across were more interesting, I think it would be a lot more fun. When you go raid a colony, it's always like a small little two shack colony. Like they're always just, I don't know, it's so underwhelming. You never come across like a city. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. That'd be super cool. I guess there's probably a mod for that, isn't there? I forgot to replant the food. Yeah, kind of tempted to start adding some mods in, but I don't know. I usually don't have very fun time with mods. Hey, some coach joined. Are you guys keeping up on the Fallout series? Don't spoil it for anyone, but just curious if you guys have been watching it. If you're all caught up, you're gonna watch tonight's episode. Tonight is the finale. Tonight is season 2 finale, isn't it? Now's the time to start watching. You start watching right now, you'll be ready to go by tonight. Just take the rest of the day off. Yeah, now's the perfect time. Won't your boss understand? Oh, you haven't seen season 2 of Fallout? Okay, no, by all means. Drop it in after watching some of your YouTube vids. Hey, thanks for watching. Rue's not in a very good position to actually fight. I suppose she's not pregnant anymore. Oh god, she's starving. Wait, are you starving? No. Just a little minor starvation. Watch out for the traps. Ooh, that didn't end well. Now you gotta deal with all these corpses. And the slag that's sitting right outside. Let's make sure the slag gets brought into here. Yeah, we were just talking about the some ideas for the next series on YouTube. I still have quite a few episodes of the Scarlands playthrough to upload, but starting to think about what's next. Yeah, that's been on my list of things to do. I haven't got to it yet, but I do feel like it needs a little added twist besides just a mushroom biome playthrough. Maybe like a custom xenotype or something? No, this is unmodded. It needs like a twist on top of it, but I like the idea of what is it, a glow forest playthrough? I've been meaning to do that. I've also been meaning to get back to doing a child-only run. Oh god, Luke, don't go out where the cougar is. Hey, any idea is a good idea. Don't say you're not good at ideas. I always like the idea of medieval RimWorld, to be honest. Fully agree. I completely agree. The problem I have is that it's the idea that I like. Actually playing through a medieval playthrough is a lot less fun than the idea of it. But I totally agree that the idea of a medieval playthrough is amazing. Like, it seems like it would be so much fun. It seems like it would be perfect for a medieval play. And there's great mods. I don't know. My problem is that every single time, and I've done this several times, I've tried to do a medieval playthrough several times. And every single time, I spend about an hour putting together a mod list that I think is going to make for the perfect medieval run. And then I play for 45 minutes and I think, I'm over it. I'm going to go back to playing normal RimWorld. Without fail, every single time. I think it's just a me problem. Like, I'm not saying that medieval is not fun in general or that it's a bad idea. Like, because it sounds like it would be so much fun. I don't know. Maybe it would make for a good YouTube video, though. I could see that being a fun story run. I've always preferred vanilla over overhaul mods. Yeah, me too. That's why I play vanilla most of the time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mark. That's exactly how I am with mods. It's like, oh, now this is all too much. I could just be playing the game without all this nonsense on top of it. I think the most gameplay I've gotten out of mods is probably Zombieland. It usually ends in death, but the Zombieland mods is pretty fun. Zombieland mod and, you know, associated mods that I play with it are pretty fun. There are Fallout mods. I don't know if they've ever gotten around to doing like a full overhaul for Fallout, but there are mods, Fallout mods. There's Warhammer mods. There's all sorts of mods. Oh my god. Wait, they're calling him Jerk? Chat, how do we feel about this? On one hand, that is an awful thing to call a 3-year-old. On the other hand, I don't know, like there's a little... There's something to... I feel like there's some depth there. There's some character depth there. It's developing Stahl and Rue in a not so positive way, but it is developing them. I guess we're keeping it. Yeah, but you don't give him the nickname Jerk. Like that's like cruel. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is the baby that turned 3, not Luke. Okay. Dirk the Jerk. Dirk the Jerk. Why do we have so much baby food? We do not need that much baby food. We don't need to be storing all these raw resources in here anymore. Move this up here. I really need to move the wind turbine. It needs to go right here. What's even being stored here? Nothing? I don't know if it says more about the parents that they call him Jerk or more about Jerk that they call him Jerk. You know what I mean? He's kind of a jerk. His backstory, he was kind of a jerk as a child. His parents called him Jerk, which was traumatizing and left long-lasting scars that the eye could not see. But they were there nonetheless. Why is that a weird craving? Oh yeah, it's so weird to crave butter and bread. Yeah. So weird. So weird. Guys, do you know any digital artists that work for not a ton of money? That pay them, but not like break the bank. My goat. Yeah, I mean, Greek yogurt is much healthier than a croissant, so you're probably better off. Who's in charge of butchering? You can do it. Yeah, for me, food sounds awful right now. My stomach's killing me. I don't know what's going on. Muscles Rescue. Sorry, buddy, we cannot help. Does this playthrough have a goal outside of family only? You can type !run rules. That command doesn't work on YouTube, sorry guys. It's just Twitch. Oh, shoot. That doesn't actually tell you what the goal is. Who wrote that? What kind of idiot? Well, so the goal, there is a goal. I guess some idiot wrote that run rules and forgot to add the goal. The goal of the run is to do the Arco Nexus ending. With the added restriction that every single time... Well, are you familiar with the Arco Nexus ending? You have to build up 350,000 colony wealth, and then you sell your colony, and you keep 5 colonists that move to a new colony, and you start it from scratch again. So every time we move to a new colony, we cannot bring the initial generation with us. So the initial generation in this case is Stahl and Rue, right? They're the starting colonists. They cannot travel to the second colony. They have to stay here. This is their home. The children will move out one day. So 5 from the second generation and beyond will be able to move to the new colony. That last bit about we could potentially recruit eligible partners for family members to marry. So Luke, Jerk, and Merlin, once they're old enough, like let's say Luke turns 16, he can form relationships at that point. If another teenage girl shows up, we could recruit her. And from there, we try to have more children. Yeah, the third colony has to be grandkids. Exactly. Each generation is eligible to go to the next colony. Hey, Who Guru? Family life? I don't know. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. We don't really need to keep the revolvers. Oh, you mean in the game? That's alright. Making progress. Oh, sorry, I missed your question. I guess it wasn't a question. You talking about the game going medieval? I played it for 9 hours on stream. It's been a while since I played it, though. Will you stop at 5 kids or keep going? We'll keep going. So the colonists you leave behind for Arco Nexus still exist, and you have the potential to recruit them in future colonies. And since the rule is we can only recruit family members, well, actually, it says the rule is no recruitment other than newly born children or eligible member partners, but really it's family members. You can recruit family members. I was trying to make the run rule command as brief as possible. Although I realize now I missed out on a few things in that command. But it's like the family only run in that sense. Family members are okay to recruit. If you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you follow on Twitch. Make sure you go subscribe on YouTube. Next episode of the Scarlands playthrough should be up hopefully Friday. They'll be available Thursday for members. Like Thursday afternoon it should be available for members. Well, I hate that noise. Please stop. That noise is like, it doesn't quite give anxiety, but I feel a sense of calmness once it stops. So it's like, there's an uneasiness that comes with it that just goes away and I'm just relaxed after it stops. Ah. What was happening? I deconstructed the wind turbine and rebuilt it, and the battery was dead. The sounds of lightning? What are you talking about? Yeah, but the sounds of lightning is just a shockwave. Like an explosion going off. You don't really hear the arcing. You just hear the boom. Oh, with lightning, that is. That's kind of interesting now. I've never thought about that before. Arcing electricity has a very distinct sound. But you don't hear it. You don't hear it when lightning strikes. Maybe you do it from a certain, like if you're close enough, I don't know. I've never heard arcing lightning. Yeah, as I was gonna say, like if you're really, really, really close to me, that's when you hear it. I've never been close enough to lightning strike to to have heard arcing. But hear the boom. We're gonna do those bison wool. I guess we need to make some kids' clothing. Jerk is running around naked. Put your away. Jerk? Kid's a real jerk. Oh god, not this again. One of the kids doesn't have a bed. Oh yeah, let's fix that. One sec. Alright, anyway. I don't know what that was. Stall has tattered apparel. His hat? He needs a new hat. Let's make him a lovely bison wool cowboy hat? Give him an authority cap. What kind of hat does he want? A broad wrap would probably make the most sense, but would he wear a broad wrap? Probably not. I feel like he would wear a bowler hat. A cowboy hat doesn't make sense here. I think the bowler hat makes the most sense. Truthfully, he just needs a helmet. No, let's make him a helmet. That makes more sense. A beret. Now that would be cool too. Let's go with the sensible choice. A nice, simple helmet. Nice and simple. The simplest of helmets. Drop that hat outside where the fire can get to it. There you go. Nice helmet. Protect your noggin from shrapnel and whatnot. Okay, let's build another bed for the child. We don't have the wood to build beds, so we're gonna have to just go with steel for now. I say that, we actually have 118 wood, but wood's not very easy to get out here. Well, you know what though? There are trees. There's just not very many of them. Let's go with wood bed. That does make more sense. Nice IKEA bed. Hey, jerk. There's your bed, jerk. You know, it's one thing to nickname him jerk. It's another thing to say it like that. Jerk. Hey, don't call your brother that. Only we get to call him that. What do we need to work on next? I suppose we could try to get bedrooms going. That would make the most sense. Bedrooms could go out here. And maybe they go on this side, actually. How big should we make the bedrooms? 5 by 5? Maybe they should be like... Maybe we should get a little weird with it. And do like half circles or something. The colony's getting up there in years. And for what they have remaining, they're going to get real weird with it. Actually, it's only 117 days in, but... It's fine. In what way, none the wiser? That's not bad. Oh, the diagonal walls from the ship, not the diagonal wall planning. Okay, I get what you're saying. This doesn't really accomplish anything, but... No, yeah, no, I get what you mean now. It took me a second to understand what you were saying, but... I was doing planning, and I thought you were talking about planning, but... Yes, the diagonal walls look so much better than this garbage. But yeah, there is a mod for that, isn't there? Oh shoot, you know what though? We really want these to be double thick. Nah, it's fine. We'll make it work. We'll put a double thick wall out here. Extra thick. I know how you like your walls. Extra thick. I do like my walls extra thick. Wait, what? Hold up. That can't be right. I don't think you're allowed to say that on Twitch stream. They've been really loose with the rules over the past 8 years. When I first started streaming on Twitch, it was very strict. They really let that go, though. It's not strict anymore. I remember one time, back before they just did like automatic approval for emotes, I remember one time they denied us uploading an emote because it looked like somebody smoking a cigarette, but it looked like they were smoking, as they called it. Their reason for denying it was them smoking a marijuana cigarette. It was one of the mods, and I don't remember why we were going to upload a picture of him, but he gave us a picture to upload, and it was him smoking a cigarette. So I said, okay, fuck it, we'll try to upload that. But nope. Twitch wouldn't allow it. Cut to like 3 years later, and there was a stream on the front page of a girl rolling a joint on another girl's ass in a thong. They very quickly let the rules go. Now people smoke weed on stream all the time. Like, it's not... Hey, I'm not criticizing rolling joints or thongs or asses. I'm just saying it's an example of them at one point in time being very strict and later on saying, fuck it, who cares? Fuck it. I don't know. It was on the front page of Twitch. I couldn't tell you what stream it was. Sorry, Lumpy. I mean, what's worse, really? A cryptocurrency trading stream or a hot tub stream? Like, really, what is more corrupting to the youth? I think we all know the answer. Crypto trading from a hot tub would be very dangerous. You don't want to do that. You're gonna get yourself electrocuted. Luke, what the fuck are you doing in there? Luke, what are you doing? I remember when I was a kid, when it would snow really hard out, I would just go lay in the snow for like an hour. Maybe that's what Luke is doing. They don't have snow, so... Oh, we're making progress. Kids don't have anything to do, but their learning bar is basically full. You don't really need bison wool. With all the people that climb Mount Everest now, you know damn well there were people up on their phone. On, I don't know, whatever the fuck a crypto exchange is. I couldn't name one off the top of my head, but... Didn't a lot of crypto exchanges get banned in the United States? Oh, Shizuka. We can rescue her and carry her into the hospital. Our non-existent hospital. We don't have a hospital. Rescue her. Yeah, that sports betting BS is awful. Those apps have made so much money off people. It's real sad. I see ads for them all the time too. It's really sad. I mean, we could keep Shizuka. I'm tempted to. She's not. The problem is she would. The rule is we have to, if they don't form a relationship within a year, which is 4 quadrums, they have to go. We'll accept. Because she is the same age as Jerk, and they both could form a relationship. Potentially. You're a real jerk, Jerk. Oh, wow. She actually has really high compatibility with Jerk. Alright. Alright. I'll allow it. That'll be kind of adorable. Put some clothes on. You don't want the first time for her to see you naked was when you were 3 years old. That's a weird thing to say. I admit it. I admit it. That was a weird thing to say. Jerk, put some goddamn clothes on. There you go. Now you're clothed. I don't really have anything to trade to an exotic goods trader, so we'll just let them do their thing and fuck off. I'm gonna pay you $20 to fuck off. We don't have any steel, do we? Well, that's massively disappointing. Not very much wood grows here, but there is some, so we'll do what we can out of wood. Morse and the prairie dogs. Sorry, buddy. I'm not denying you because of that horrible mustache. Guys, how many hours until the new episode of Fallout comes out? What a fantastic show that is. I really like it. I'm a huge Fallout fan. Like I haven't played 1 and 2. I played 1 and 2 for a couple hours. I didn't finish it, but I guess it's weird to say you're a Fallout fan having not played 1 and 2, but I really enjoyed 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4. I didn't really like Fallout 76 very much, but even as a standalone, like not even as a video game adaptation, just as a standalone show, it's really good. As a video game adaptation from a franchise I quite enjoy. Really good. Yeah, I've heard that recently. I've heard from a couple different people that recently Fallout 76 is pretty good. Like ever since they added NPCs to the game, it got really good. Can't comment on that. I haven't really played it much. But I know at least 2 people who have actively been playing it recently. And they seem to really enjoy it. Yeah, unfortunately we can't really talk about like the show itself because it'd be huge spoilers, but really enjoying it so far. Look, I don't like the weekly episode thing, but not because I don't like watching once per week. Like I'm used to that from growing up. Like a lot of my favorite shows were once a week. I'd hate it because of the stupid speculation, like the idiotic speculation I see on the internet. The theories that people come up with that are so dumb. Have you speeded up growing for the kids, or is it just regular setting? It's just regular setting. Nothing speeded up. But their viewership is down, though. That's the thing. Like, less people are watching it since it switched to the weekly. I don't know. They ended up switching the release time because of that, yeah. Now it's releasing Tuesday evening, or like Tuesday Pacific at 6 p.m. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. People are waiting until it all comes out and then they're going to watch it all at once. Oh my god, that is a lot of baby food. Well, that's awful convenient. Like a nursery ship crashed in orbit? Oh, that's dark. Oh. What about the babies? What are they going to eat? Surely they landed in crashed transport pods. Yeah, I'm still watching week to week. I don't mind it. I like the excitement. This gives me something to look forward to. Like, oh, it's Tuesday night. Fallout's coming out. Oh, yay. I don't know about you guys, but I need something to look forward to. Not to be depressing, but, you know. It's winter. Like, what the fuck else is there? Snow? I'm looking forward to spring, but it's slow. It's very slow to get here. It's taking so long. I say that and it's already February. This winter has flown by. Simultaneously, longest winter ever and has flown by. Your One Piece cards every 2 weeks? Like you buy them every 2 weeks? That's cool. Most of the winter's been pretty good so far. Lately it's been rough though, like the past 3 or 4 weeks has been... Like January was rough. I feel like I go into winter really strong and then by the end of it I'm having issues. Barely hanging on. Well, the animals have the sickness. The animal-itis. Do you collect because you play the game, or do you collect because you just enjoy it? Do you collect for the investment? Isn't it like a trading card game, like Magic? Like, don't you? Are they just collectibles, or is there an actual game associated with it? I thought it was more like Magic the Gathering, but now I don't know. Okay, gotcha. I used to collect basketball and baseball cards when I was a kid. I've saved them for like 30 years, 20, 25 years. Hoping one day they would be valuable. And now I have to pay somebody to grade them. Otherwise, they're worthless pieces of cardboard. Kind of resentful about that. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. We definitely don't need the electric stove on. Turn that off. Alright guys, it's been a fun stream, but I'm gonna go back to working on YouTube videos now. I spend most of my time doing that, so stream's been short. But that's the way it goes. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have my webcam working again tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get that fixed. I'll see you guys then, 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.